¿Qué pasa?
Hey, hey.
Are you feeling groovy tonight?
Yeah.
You want a little comedy to make your senses drool? Well, you'd be surprised how many people ask me if I'm blind. But you know, I tell them, well, there is nothing better to do, but I just like using this cane because I like bumping into things and it's fun and I just like the challenge. You know, people can be very ignorant. You see, one time I met this girl and she asked me, do you do sign language? And then I asked her, are you retarded? And then she says, no. Then I tell her, no, I ain't deaf, I'm blind, and I read Braille.
Oh.
See this cane here? Alright, well, you see, it comes in handy. It helps me to, well, you know, it's for blind people. It helps me to cross the street, to go up and down the stairs, and it's good. Just to help me beat the living daylights out of my brother when he gets obnoxious. Well, you know, people ask me if I'm handicapped just because I'm blind. And you know, being blind has its advantages with the chicks. Well, you know, let me give you a hint. For example, you know, if I ever went into a classroom and I bumped into a girl, have you guys ever done that before? Yeah. Well, for instance, for example, I ran into a building and I bumped into a girl and I said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there. Someone could have told me. And another example is, how many of you done this before? Like, you know, if you were to sit on a bench or a bus next to a girl and you feel her leg, like, I would do that, but like, and after I do it, I would say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were there, as I keep rubbing. Well, for the road, this is, I'm sure you're gonna love this. I got a little parody for all you people who love tacos. It goes like this. Down in a Mexican cafe, that's where I met my love one day. Was a romantic rendezvous, and with a sigh, she ordered tacos for two. The tortilla was too hard, and it was dripping too much lard. The rice on fire, and then I knew the sauce was hot on our tacos for two. Our hearts were burning, but it wasn't from the yearning. And And so we both reached for the water because our faces red were turning. And by the flickering candlelight, you know what happened? We sat and suffered through our plight. Cause it was rough, I'm telling you. True and true, those tacos for two. The band was playing a most groovy bolero, and then the waiter brought the check, and then I reached for my dinero, and you know what happened? I found I didn't have a dime. And so for that, I'm doing time. Cause she walked out and said we're through, and left me flat with my tacos for two. As well, I'm also a Laugh Factory Chicano. And one more thing, God bless America, just like the cat says, oldie-but-goody.